Earlier. They're powering the rally. The president pardons Christian Saucier, the Navy sailor who took photos of classified areas inside a submarine. Now, here's Saucier's reaction. Roll tape.
I made a mistake when I was a young kid. It was a misguided attempt to have some mementos, and it should have never reached the level that it did. And I believe President Trump saw that, and that's why he spoke about my case, because it was a clear attempt by the Department of Justice, under Obama, to use me as a scapegoat to take the heat off Hillary Clinton for mishandling classified information.
Oh, how about that? I mean, it's coming right out with it. There was a scapegoat to protect Hillary. What do you say about that,
I think
Judge?
that's exactly right. So here's what he did. I'm holding my iPhone. He took some selfies in a submarine. Behind him in the selfies, and you need a magnification device to see it, was a sonar screen.
Okay.
So this was no intentional effort to reveal classified secrets. What was he? Extremely careless or grossly negligent, just as Mrs. Clinton was out of the mouth of Jim Comey.
But he went to prison for a year.
Correct. He was convicted after he left to the Navy. So this wasn't a military prosecution. This is a civilian prosecution in federal court in Connecticut, because the ship was closest to Connecticut at the time this happened. Spent a year in jail, and then Donald Trump did absolutely 100% the right thing. Let me tell you, the effect of a pardon wipes it out completely. He can actually answer under oath. Have you ever been convicted of a crime? And he can say no, because the pardon actually changes history. But it should give Mrs. Clinton some sleepless nights.
Because she did exactly the same thing. Didn't she do worse than that?
Hundreds and hundreds of times over, Stuart, with top secret material. And you didn't need a magnifying glass to look at it. It was right there for anybody to read.
She will never be convicted. She will never get fined, and she will never go to prison.
That is really up to the president and to Jeff Sessions. The evidence is there. I've been saying countless times on your show and others, take that evidence, put it before a fresh set of eyes, a new team of prosecutors, and let them bring it to a grand jury and see if the grand jury will indict. They'll indict. The evidence is overwhelming. This is a political decision. Does the president want to indict criminally his former political adversary? Is there too much fallout in that? Or should she get away with a crime of this magnitude just because she's the president's former adversary?
Or should President Trump pardon her in advance of any charge?
That would be an unbelievable
Wouldn't it?
Political move to see if she accepted
exactly.
or rejected the pardon.
You're having too much fun on a Monday morning, son. That's the truth.
Time to get back to work.
Yes, indeed. President